and time period filters are no longer here.
Okay.
So
Okay, so
can
you want
we,
me to add division filters to each of these?
well,
Just
so let's see. So you had before you made this change there, you had the filter so we could filter, I think it was by year, by division, by customer. And now I don't see.
okay, well, I created a new dashboard for each of these instead of it being a viz, it's a dashboard.
Yeah,
Um,
okay.
and yeah, I can add whatever filters. I just didn't add any more because it seemed like you didn't want filters. Um,
I mean,
and
that was for this one, for the revenue, but for the
okay, for that one, you do want the filters. Okay, so I'll make sure that you also want the customer name in the cost center on those drill
yeah,
downs?
so it'd be, yeah, so these,
Okay.
just on these two, because these filters up top here do not, they're not connected to these two graphs, right?
Got it. Okay. So,
So then
yeah,
we would need the same filters
for
on
those.
the shift type and percent of called speeds that are up here.
Okay. So all the same filters,
And
got it.
and then is there a way, so the pop-up box here, the data labels in the pop-up box, is there a way to add those, the the charge days to this data label? So instead
Yeah.
of being in the pop, okay.
Yeah, for sure. So, and you still want to see like both the rate group and the um all the like the machine information, but then also
Yeah,
look at like you want several rows, right?
yeah. So just a row under here, under this would be the charge days. So instead of hovering over, you would just see the data label in the graph when you're not hovering over the section.
Okay.
Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yes. So, and is there something you want me to bolden a bit so that it sticks out more or make it a little more prominent?
Um, I don't think so.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And then there's some data things, but I think it's most of the data is matching. There's a couple data points I can't get to match. I think that's a Justin question, right?
Um, yeah, I mean, what are those data points? Because I can double check.
So it's the 2023 number on these three graphs. It's like close, but it's not the same as I'm seeing in my other report. I'm thinking it might be because a slightly different reporting period for 2023. Like I'm not sure. That's just speculation. So I was going to ask Justin about that. To be these data points, they're pretty close, but they're not the same as what I'm seeing in our manual system. I mean,
Okay.
these numbers are all the same, so the data's got to be there. I'm just wondering if it's maybe being pulled more frequently. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I can't speak intelligently about the data sources. So is that a Justin question?
Yes, I do think so because I mean, this is down to the decimal level, so we would be able to, like know if it's rounding up or down. Um, but yeah, that sounds like it might be a frequency of the refresh type of issue or something like that. Um,
Okay, and then
so
the lower end, these data points are wrong, but these are right, and they're from basically the same source. So I'm just thinking that maybe this is being pulled from a different column or like a different row or however you pull it. So I'm gonna, that's probably a Justin question too, right?
Okay, so so yeah. Yeah, if it doesn't look like it's the correct column, what I'm doing is that I have a delay description and then I essentially filter it by whatever the stat is. So in this case, this is the only one where I'm adding both the machine delay and the lorem delay with each other. So I'll
Yeah.
double check to make sure that that calculation is summing properly. Um,
Okay.
okay, cool. And then, okay, and then, so I'll make sure to re-add the same filters on each of these. Um, and then the budget is now filtering by division, right?
Yeah, yes, is the short answer. So I'm doing some data validation on that now, but yeah, it's at least changing now when you filter it by division.
Okay, wonderful.
Um, okay, well, I'm going, if you want to double check on this graph, but I'm going to ask Justin about those data points I was asking you about. And then,
Okay.
like, I think, I mean, like I told Brian, it's like 95% done. There's just a couple of filter things, I think. And then some data questions for Justin.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, so I'll re-add those and then let me know what you think. Can you go back to the first dashboard and I just want to see if there's any feedback on your end. I really wanted to represent what you want to see and I feel like since I reverted back, right now it looks like it's filtering to a manager. That's Scott Barter. That's weird. Um,
Um,
Scott Bart. I'll look into that Scott Barthel filter. Forecasted budget. Very weird. Okay, and it looks like the budget number isn't appearing. Okay, so I actually fixed that on my versions, which I'm about to re-upload. And I also changed this to be back to like vertical. That bar chart on the right, since that's what
mhm.
you wanted originally. Um, yeah, it looks like you have had this open for a little while, right? Because I've uploaded some new
Yes.
changes. Do you mind refreshing?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, but yeah, the budget is still not coming up. I haven't uploaded the very, very latest version. Um, okay.
Then I've got to get Justin to, he was gonna, so he still didn't kind of pre-filter it how I wanted to, but so I'm gonna ask him about that too. So this is just going to be, so this is all 2023.
That's
Yeah.
2023, the bottom's 2023. All of that is except for this one. That's more of like that middle line. Um, yeah, that's all 2023. And then
So if I want to filter out some of these people, is that a Justin question?
yeah, because essentially then each of these different data sources needs to have a sales manager or something where I can link the different data sources together.
Okay.
Um, and so here, if you move more towards the bottom, Everything else is 2023 except for this one. So this one is
That's
more like the last 4 years.
well, the
That's gonna
last 4 year. Okay. So so is it possible to make just this one by working forecast to budget? So this is the working, so so this would be like quarterly for 2023, and it's a forecast number, so it's not an actual number. So
okay.
so is that it's like it's basically how you had it in the last version. It was the correct way.
Okay.
So it's 2023, but it's the quarters of 2023.
Oh, actually, it does look like that's what it is. My bad. Yeah. I forgot. It looked more like a year. Is that what you're looking for? Because we're seeing both the budget and
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
Looking for. Okay. So then I'll probably I'll make some notes. I'll probably have you change the titles of these and then do some data validation and then ask uh, Justin to do some pre-filtering on these names.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, well, that totally works. And I'm fully focused on yours. So anything that you're like, this looks a little like, just rudimentary and like you want a little more like some reference lines or like maybe some shading of like the median range or some KPIs, like any other data points on there that will give you a little more of a detailed analysis, just for you to have more context. Anything like that, let me know.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. And also, yeah, the colors, I mean, I'm struggling a little bit with them, but if you like it, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, maybe I'll ask a colleague or two. I'm colorblind, so I'm probably not seeing the same colors as
Yeah,
you.
I
So
remember. I'm so
I'll
sorry. I always forget. But I did upload the old version, like not the old version, the one that I created over last week, that
mhm.
had like those different enhancements. So if you maybe want to tell your colleagues if any of those are like interesting by it's because this one has this like underscore dev, like which is the very first name I put on it, which I realized like it's pointless. But if you go back into the marketing folder, which is just one folder in one more, yeah, that one.
Oh, that's right here.
That one, yes.
Okay.
And yeah, so that one's fully functioning. And yeah, if there's anything about that one that you like, then let me know.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Karen.
Cool. Thanks so much. Talk soon. Bye bye.